So welcome back to another episode of Geared, and I'm sorry that there hasn't been any videos or anything. I've just been mad busy with work, but you currently join me in Australia, over in Western Australia in Perth, currently at a place called Bibra Lake. How lovely is that? This is a video I should have done a while ago, but I'm currently working away, also known as FIFO, so fly in, fly out. I'm actually working in the mines over in Pilbara, which is about a 2-hour flight north of Perth, and then I stay there 2 weeks at a time, week of days, week of nights, and then fly back and have a week off. So I thought I'd show you these. So as you can probably see in the title, yes, I've bought a car and a motorbike. Now the motorbike I actually bought before the car. So I'm going to go and show you the motorbike first, but I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown on why I actually got this. So I used to have one before, and I thought I'd need to get another one, test rode a few, and eventually I found this one crop up. It was for sale, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go and try it, and it had everything that I wanted on it. But recently I haven't really been riding it, so it's the first time I've been out on it today. I think last time I was out on it about 3 months ago, something like that. Now it's not everyone's cup of tea, but here it is. So yes, this is my Gen 2 MT-09. So I had a Gen 1 before when I was in the UK. Thought, you know what, I'm gonna give a Gen 2 a go because I've heard they were better, and you know what, they are. They ride a lot better. I did have a go of a Gen 3, which is a completely different animal to this. It's got a larger displacement. I think it's about 898cc, whereas these are an 850cc. But as I said, it come up for the right price. I needed some mode of transport really, and I'm glad I got it. But as I said, I haven't really used it much since getting the car. It's got good service history. We got a Krapovich exhaust all the way through, so that's a full system, and it sounds mega. We got the baffle out at the minute as well, popping loads of flames. And it's also got a factory fitted quick shifter, only for up, so we haven't got a down one, whereas the new Gen 3s have an up and down shifter. So this is factory fitted. I do need to have a new chain, which I've got on the way. It's just seen better days, that has. It's just mainly because it's just been sitting there, but it's been undercover and everything. But yeah, it's good. It's a nice bike, very upright. It doesn't speed wobble like the Gen 1 as much. When you get up to speed it does a little bit, but it seems to cut through the air a lot better, this one does. So if you didn't know, these are a triple, so they're basically a 3-cylinder, so a CP3 motor. I mean, I can't remember the amount of horsepower that it's got. I will put it on the screen. But you know, really torquey. MT stands for Masters of Torque, so MT-09, nearly a 900cc then, but it pretty much is now on the Gen 3s. Well, yeah, I'll start it up, see what you think. Sounds pretty good, eh? Pops and bangs absolutely loads. There's no map or tuning on it or anything. That is something that I did actually want to do, is take it on the track and maybe remap it, do a few bits on it. But I just, you know what, I miss being on a sports bike. I miss that hunkered down feeling. So something like a BMW S1000 RR or an Yamaha R1 I think might be on the cards in the future. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. But I need to actually go back home, get the car, and then I'm going to show you around the new car. So I've been back, got the car, got my glasses as well, and it's in front of me now. This might come as a bit of a shock to some of you, but it's a car that I've sort of wanted for quite a while. I wanted to delve into it. It's not my usual sort of car, it's not a Renault, it's not a Honda, but I do really appreciate these. Now they're called something completely different over here, but they're still the same over here as what you get in the UK. But I'll explain a little bit why I've got it, and also a bit of history why it's actually called this particular name over here. I'll show you now. So yes, this is my Focus XR5 Turbo, also known as a Mark II ST in the UK. But yeah, it is an XR5 Turbo. They don't have these called STs over here, but I'll give you a bit of a rundown of why it's called an XR5 Turbo. So Ford back in the day made XR2s and XR3s, and I think Ford Australia wanted to carry that sort of name on. So they actually did an XR4 as well. But over here, sorry, over in the UK, that is a Mark VI Fiesta ST, but it's an XR4 over here. And then brings us on to the reason why they called it an XR4 is because it was a 4-cylinder, 2 litre naturally aspirated, and then we come on to the Focus XR5 Turbo, which is a 5-cylinder turbo. And they also make the XR6, which is a 6-cylinder, and then the more well-known one is the XR6 Turbo, which has the, well, they both have the Barrett engine, but the XR6 Turbo is the one that people want and people make silly horsepower out of, but they look and they sound absolutely insane. So something like that would be good to have in the future. They've also got the XR8, which is a V8 in the name, a big V8, Ford Australia V8, and they sound amazing. Loads of different variants of them, and yeah, you see quite a lot of them, especially in the utes over here. If you weren't aware, this is a 2.5 litre turbo, 5-cylinder, and it uses the Volvo T5 engine. So it runs 225 horsepower. That's what they run as standard, and this is completely standard as well. There's been absolutely nothing done to it apart from some tinted windows, but completely standard exhaust, no induction kit, no map, no tune, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it was quite hard to find. I test drove some of them, and they were absolutely hanging. Body panels falling off. Some people just don't treat the cars well at all. So a couple of positives about it: completely standard, nice base to start on, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to build up and change some bits and hopefully get this on track. But I mean, it's a lovely car to drive around here, manual obviously, and it's, as I said, it's a car that I've been really interested in for a while. I used to have a Mark VII Fiesta ST, and I nearly went into one of these. Interior, really good. Nice heated leather Recaro seats, and yeah, believe it or not, you do actually use them in Australia. It gets quite cold here in winter. So yeah, manual, as I said. I will be changing this, I think. I mean, the sound system is quite good, but I just can't connect to Spotify or anything in it, and I'm just gonna put a nice Android head unit in there, and I think it will look really good. It does come with a different surround as well, so I might get it done or wrapped or satin black for the new one. Exterior isn't too bad. One thing that I'd say in Australia is you haven't really got to worry about rust so much, but because the sun gets really hot here, you get the roof sunbaked. So I mean, there's little parts of it that you can see that are just a little bit faded. Same here on the door handles where you got a bit of lacquer peel. Just sunbaked. Now the roof has actually been wrapped. Now I don't know if you can see, there is a bit of a difference in colour. I might get it off. I mean, it's going to be really bad underneath, I'd imagine, and I might get it resprayed. But same with the bonnet as well. The bonnet has been wrapped. It's not a bad colour match, but I mean, you can just about see it, and it does my head in a little bit, I'll be honest. Front bumper, yeah, couple of scuffs, couple of marks, but nothing a little bit of a paint job can't sort out. Headlights have definitely seen better days. I mean, they are crispy. So I don't know if to get a new set of them or try and get them buffed out. I mean, they might work out okay. So yeah, a couple of imperfections on the door, maybe a bit of a trolley dink or something. Looks like a dog has tried to get or jump up the back here. Alloys could probably do with a bit of a refurb, but a nice solid base. I think it's about, I bought it with 176,000 kilometers, which is pretty good. 13 years old, nearly 14 years old now, so 2010. So this is a facelift model. They call them the LV over here, so the last variant. These are real common things to go. This is how you open the bonnet. They'll be really sensitive with it. Apparently this is the third one that they've had to have on, so I've got a different key for that. And that's how you open it, and apparently they always break. So yeah, there we go. Had the timing belt, water pump done, been really looked after, full service history. I think it's only had 2 owners and they're in the same family from new. So one of the reasons I got this is a lot more practical than a bike. I was having to, you know, carry stuff, get the shopping and stuff, and having a bike just wasn't practical at all. So I'm glad I went for it. But this car, I'd like to do a few little bits to change the alloys, maybe get these ones refurb, change the alloys, get a different pair with some semi-slicks on, change the brakes. Obviously the brakes are one of the main things, and maybe take it on a track and see how it goes as it is, and then we'll start tweaking like the handling and maybe up the power. I mean, you can get these up to 320 horsepower fairly easy. You do like a standard remap or standard tune, you do need to change a clutch normally, put an RS clutch in. So yeah, they've got exactly the same engine as a Mark II RS. Real capable platform, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you and taking you on the journey. So yeah, I'm probably going to take it over to my mates, put it up on the ramp, make sure it's all okay, there's nothing to worry about, and then we can start fettling around with it. To be fair, I might even take it to a dyno and see if it's lost any power. Hopefully it hasn't, but yeah, it'd be good to get a base figure and sort of go from there. But yeah, very different to my normal videos, but I hope you did enjoy it. Don't forget to like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Cheers.